What if the key to managing diabetes wasn't just about what you avoid, but about what you actively eat? Well, today, we're diving into a source that makes a really bold claim that 4 specific meats can have a powerful, positive effect on your blood sugar. So let's see what they are, and what results they supposedly bring to the table.
Right away, you can tell the source we're looking at doesn't pull any punches. It opens with this, the idea that a shocking truth has been hidden for decades. Wow, that's a huge claim. So what exactly is this secret they're talking about?
So here it is. This is the heart of the argument we're digging into. It's not just that these 4 meats can help you manage diabetes. The claim is that they can actually outperform some prescription drugs. Now that is a total game changer. And the source says it all comes down to the specific nutrients packed inside.
That's the big question, isn't it? What are these 4 supposed miracle meats, and what evidence does the source actually give us? All right, let's dive into the specifics, starting with number 1.
Kicking things off, we have a familiar face, skinless chicken breast. The source calls this the ultimate lean protein, claiming that when people with diabetes eat it regularly, their blood sugar starts to stabilize in some pretty surprising ways. And here's the why behind it, according to the source. Just check out that protein-to-fat ratio, a whopping 31 grams of protein with just over 3 grams of fat. That combo is apparently key to feeling full without sending your blood sugar on a roller coaster. The source also points to things like niacin and vitamin B6, which are crucial for how our bodies use energy.
So what does all that good stuff actually do? Well, the source claims some really specific measured drops. A significant decrease in HbA1c, your 3-month blood sugar average, a solid fall in fasting glucose, and even a nice little dip in LDL, the bad cholesterol.
Now, to get those results, the source lays out a very clear game plan. It says baking is the way to go to keep all those nutrients intact, and it warns against the common mistake of frying in vegetable oils. The target amount they suggest? A consistent 150 to 200 grams every day.
All right, number 2 on the list is another lean bird, but this one's got a different kind of superpower apparently. Meet skinless turkey breast, which the source nicknames the tryptophan titan. The secret weapon here is supposedly an amino acid that helps improve insulin sensitivity.
The numbers on this are pretty interesting. Get this. It's presented as even leaner than chicken. Look at that, just 1 gram of fat. The source also highlights its selenium for protecting the pancreas, and there it is, a massive 404 milligram hit of tryptophan.
And if you thought the last one was something, the results claimed here are even more dramatic. The source points to an even bigger drop in HbA1c, a major boost in insulin sensitivity, and a very specific claim, a 14% reduction in heart attack risk.
And the prep guide for turkey, just as specific. Roasting is the go-to, but, and this is a big but, the source calls overcooking a deadly mistake because it supposedly destroys those key nutrients. The dose is different too, 150 to 200 grams, but only 3 or 4 times a week this time.
Okay, moving on to number 3. This one is called a game changer by our source, grass-fed beef. And it really hammers home that the difference between grass-fed and grain-fed isn't just some foodie detail. It's apparently everything. So why does it matter so much? Well, here's the breakdown. The source claims grass-fed beef has 5 times more omega-3s and contains something called conjugated linoleic acid, or CLA, a healthy fat that it says grain-fed beef just doesn't have. These 2 things are positioned as the secret sauce. And just to put one of those benefits into perspective, check this out. The source draws a direct line, connecting the CLA in grass-fed beef to an 18 to 24% improvement in insulin sensitivity. It's presented as a clear cause and effect.
And the list of claimed benefits just keeps on growing. We're now seeing an even bigger drop in HbA1c. The source also links it to a decrease in triglycerides, that's a type of fat in your blood, and an improvement in nerve conduction, which, as you know, can be a major issue for many people with diabetes.
Now, for cooking it, the source says grilling to medium rare is key for preserving those precious omega-3s. And it calls marinating in sugary sauces a, get this, catastrophic mistake that completely cancels out the benefits. The dose is also smaller here, 100 to 150 grams, just 2 to 3 times a week. And that brings us to our 4th and final food, and honestly, this is the one the source describes in the most powerful terms of all, fatty fish.
Listen to this. The source frames fatty fish as the absolute pinnacle with this quote. By saying that endocrinologists, the actual specialists in the field, call it this, it gives the claim a huge amount of weight.
So, what's the magic here?
According to the source, it's this powerhouse combination. High levels of two specific omega-3s, EPA and DHA, plus a good shot of vitamin D and high-quality protein all working together.
Okay, get ready for this because this is probably the most dramatic number we've seen yet. The source claims that eating fatty fish regularly can lead to a 38 to 62% increase in insulin sensitivity. That is a staggering figure.
And the other results are just as wild. The HbA1c drop is up to 1.6%, which, as the source points out, is on par with some medications. And you gotta love the language here. Triglycerides don't just go down, they crash. Heart attack risk isn't just reduced, it's slashed.
The guide for fish is also super specific. Baking is best, but here's what it calls a critical choice. You have to go for wild-caught over farmed fish. It claims the farm stuff has way fewer omega-3s. The recommended dose is 300 to 450 grams a week, split into 3 meals.
So if we boil all this down, what's the action plan from our source? It really comes down to these 3 things. 1. Pick the right types and cuts of meat. 2. Cook them the right way to protect all those good nutrients. And 3. Get the portions balanced just right.
And that leaves us with one final, pretty powerful question from this source to think about. Could something as simple as changing up your protein source really be one of the most effective paths to getting better control of your blood sugar? It's definitely a compelling idea.